Well, that's interesting.
Who pays for lunch? That's been a topic of debate lately.
Oh.
So my first memories of this practice, funnily enough, is actually as a patient. So I used to come in here and I was very young. I started my treatment at a young age and I'd wheel around on the stools, and I just remember it always being such a fun, positive place, a place that I looked forward to going to. And then that sort of enjoyment in my looking forward to coming in here has persisted from the time I was a patient to the time I was an assistant, and then now to the time as I'm a practicing orthodontist here. So that's kind of been the common thread.
Hoffman Orthodontics has been treating patients in the Kansas City metro area since the 1960s. My father joined the second orthodontic practice in Johnson County, and when he did that, supposedly the first orthodontic practice was a little concerned because there weren't enough patients in Johnson County for 3 orthodontists. He proved them wrong. There's plenty of room for everybody, and he's kept this practice growing, so I had something to do when I came along, and I just want to make sure that this practice is in a good place, that I can pass it on to my son, and that patients can continue to receive the same quality of care that my father established. He's just an optimist, and that's what I try and emulate most from my father, is just to be a positive person and create a positive environment for yourself and those around you. He always said, 4 eyes see more than 2. It's not just that they see more, everybody sees something from a different perspective, and to have a fresh set of eyes come over without that internal treatment bias of the things that are concerning me is really valuable. Now I have someone to share that with, and we do that all day long. Henry will say, come over and take a look at this, and I'll say, wow, that's cool, where'd you learn that?
And it's fun. It started years ago when I was in dental school. It was an exciting moment for me to have something professionally to share with him. And I remember when I was starting dental school, it was probably boring to him at the time because it was the most basic, rudimentary stuff, but I would call him up on my way home and just brag about some menial thing I had done in dental school, and that's where it started, and then it's transformed into something so much more meaningful and enjoyable now that I've become an orthodontist and have started working with them. Yeah, my hopes for the future are, there's a countercurrent of me wanting to maintain a lot of the traditions that have made this practice so amazing, taking the time to recognize patients as individuals, to hold ourselves to a very high standard, but also to recognize that orthodontics, like any field, is changing and changing more rapidly than ever. So also being flexible and open to innovation and to balancing those two currents is difficult, but that's my aspiration as we move forward.